EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
First and 10 at the 34.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First and 10, Prescott. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
The ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, it's Hunt. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Prescott from the gun. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
First down, Baltimore.
Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 at the 34. They'll run with Hunt. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
The ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Albrecht Rosas on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
From the 29, Ryan. His throw incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He's got Evans. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Colts 14, Ravens 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light thing. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
It's a game.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On second down now, it's Hunt. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
He was taken down by K.J. Wright. It's a
After one, a 14-3 ball game. couple of extra defensive bats in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He finds his target, it's Crowder. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Makes the score. Colts 14, Ravens 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosazon to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it, try and keep your defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. 21. You can't block me.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
At the 41-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Ryan airing this one out for Evans. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
The tackle by O'Shea.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 58, boy. 58. 58. Come on. Gun. 58.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Complete, the tight end, Kelce. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run it with Bell. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
At the goal line. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Le'Veon Bell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Colts 21, Ravens 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing, Prescott into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, Ryan. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
The 3-yard line.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Jamison Crowder. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and long.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Final play of the half, Prescott. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start the 3rd quarter on the ground with Hunt. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
The ball carrier.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield, because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 35. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A carry here for Hunt. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Kareem Hunt, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Ravens 16.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Richardson on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
11 on the play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Kareem Hunt with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Ravens have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the 3rd quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Ryan. Airing this one out for Evans. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Fred Warner.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now Bell, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Operating from the gun, Ryan. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Colts 27. Ravens 22.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. 2nd and 5 now. Prescott. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Devin Bush, the Steelers' leading tackler as a rookie last year, gets another there.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 31, Prescott, and he completes it to Hunt. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Hunt. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Kyle Van Noy. And the Colts are going to take over with a football.
It's a turnover on downs.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
From the gun, Ryan going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Kareem Hunt, the ball.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Play action now. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He was covered by
the Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Going up top for Kupp. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. They'll run on first down. Bell. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they snap him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it with Bell. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and 7.
59, ready. Right 25. Right 54. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Now watch 1. Watch 1. Let it go.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
In on the tackle.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will make this now a 15-point advantage.
37.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Kendall Sheffield on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Yards to go.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Set to kick off.
And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they take a knee.
Today's final score.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Indianapolis, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody. It is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. To return it, Darius Phillips. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmaker. Throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And the return will stop right around the 25. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
They're on the tackle.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Devontae Freeman. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.